evening, beautiful people.
Hey everyone, how are you? How was everyone out there?
Happy early Halloween Eve.
Halloween.
Yeah, woo, woo. Your background, Jennifer, is just taking me out. It's like a level of narcissist that I did not expect for you, and I kind of live for it. My hair is doing something crazy, but it's okay. We're going to fix it really quick. How was your week, Jennifer?
It was awesome. How about yours?
It was good. The rain here in Raleigh makes it kind of hard, but watch me fiddle with this hair for like 5 minutes. The rain made it kind of hard the first couple days of the week, not gonna lie. And then as everyone can hear, I sound pretty congested, and
Yeah, I'm
that's because
sorry.
I am. It happens to the best of us. It really
Hello.
does. Hey, I read books at 15. That's a cute little tagline. I like that. What's your favorite book? You need to put it down in there. I actually just ordered another audiobook series to read. So, there we go. Okay, we can fix that. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I was like, all right, I have a little in the back of my throat. I'm just gonna chug some vitamin C and get some medicine and get through it. No. No, but I feel a lot better than I sound and look because I know I look like shit. I look white. I look as white as my backdrop back there, and that we all know that I didn't wait like that in person. And I'm just glad I didn't have to drive in the rain because I know we were talking earlier,
Yeah,
and you had to go into that good office
yeah. And so, like I
and
said,
work.
it's dark on my way to work, and so I'm like
What
trying
time do
to.
you go into work?
I get there about 6:30. Yeah, 6:30.
That's so early. I
Yeah,
can get up in the morning, but I'm not a morning person.
yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Would you change it if you could instead of going in at 6?
No,
Really?
no, no.
Mm, if I could change it, I'd be like, "Can I go in at noon and get off at like 8 or 9?" That'd be cute.
No, I've been doing it for years, so I'm fine with it.
It's like second nature now at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
So so okay, so this is a great thing. So when you go to work in the morning, what is your morning routine like when you get up? Do you snooze your alarm for like 10 minutes when your initial alarm goes off, or are you just straight out of bed, let's get to it?
More than likely, I'm up before the alarm goes off, and then from there,
Wow.
yeah, um, and then from there, I'm getting ready for work. Tell the girls goodbye. Then I'm off on my way to work. Get to work and get prepared for the day.
Okay.
Pretty much,
Okay. Are you a coffee or a tea drinker?
both. I only
Both?
have one cup of
Ooh.
coffee per day, and the rest of the time is water. And then if it's not water, it's going to be tea.
Okay. So like do you how much coffee do you take in your intake? Cuz I allow myself
Ah, no,
X
it's
ounces of coffee a
just a
day.
small coffee. Just a small coffee.
The caffeine junkie in me is like, how do you survive? Which today, I guess, I have been surviving because I haven't drank any coffee today because I've been taking a bunch of medication. And I've been drinking tea, but it's been decaf tea. It's just been hot liquid to keep my throat
Yeah,
from being too sore. So
yeah.
like because pain medication, all that good jazz, mixing with some caffeine, that doesn't always end well. So
Mm,
I ain't about that life.
yeah.
I'm too old for that. But see, I allow myself like 16 ounces of coffee a day, and it's cold brew coffee. I from time to time will do a hot coffee if the setting is right, like after a long dinner, like a dinner that's went through a few things. We started with a couple of courses, ended with dessert. I'll have a hot cup of coffee. That'd be cute.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, if I'm gonna drink cold coffee, that's gonna be considered dessert for me.
okay, okay. Have you ever had an
Mhm.
affogato? Hey,
Yeah.
Ash.
Hi, Ashley.
Oh, Ashley. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Y'all on that name basis. I feel that. I feel that. Um, an affogato is espresso poured over vanilla ice cream.
No, I
or
haven't had
not
that.
poured over, vice versa. A scoop of vanilla ice cream put into espresso. It's
Okay.
it's pretty good. It's a good little after the meal treat. A little dessert, a little
Hmm.
digestion. It's all
I might
good.
want to try that.
You should when we go to our next dinner outing, which by the way, Keone was a little butthurt we did not invite him to Cheesecake Factory. He
Oh,
was he's a little butthurt. I know eventually he'll chime in at some point in time because I know he's listening to us because he's the one making this happen right here. So
yeah.
I know he's listening. Um, but when we go to our next place for our monthly dinner, which we need to think about, or monthly lunch, how we want to look at it, um, for November, we'll go somewhere that can make an affogato, and
Okay.
you'll have to try
Okay.
it. It'll be great.
Okay.
Um, so, and this is a great segue because dinner, family, relationships. This is part two
Yeah.
of relationships. And it's not like I feel that this, what we're wading into, really is more resonating with people who are the problem. You know what I mean? Because we're going to be talking about siblings and parents and I don't have kids. You have kids. So I can't imagine what
You're the
it's
problem.
there he
I
is.
wouldn't be. I'm not butthurt about going anywhere with you two bitches. You don't want to invite me somewhere? Don't invite me. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Oh my God.
I don't want to look
I
at that 1,900 page fucking menu anyway.
I told you he felt some type of way.
I had nothing to do with that, John. I had
No, you're
nothing.
fine. I'm not mad. I'm working on 3 hours of sleep. That's what I'm grumpy about. Not that Roger
Ooh.
didn't invite me to stupid Cheesecake Factory and then wants to tell me about how great time it was, which is the slimiest thing to do. If you're not going to invite somebody somewhere, that what you don't do is spend 30 minutes telling them how
Talking
amazing it
about it.
was that you went
Roger.
to a place that
That's
you weren't
such an
invited at.
exaggeration. 30 minutes. I believe it was 3, but yeah, we'll just tack that number on
Yeah.
there. That's fine.
So 3 hours of sleep, John. You should have called me. I was probably up.
Right. Right.
Well, you guys continue on. I'm going back to what I was doing.
Oh,
So, you being a parent, how do you manage when your kids feel some type of way, like they feel like maybe you're showing favoritism to the other one, like older younger thing? Like does do you have any of that as between your kids, or like do they all feel, I mean, teenagers will be teenagers, and I know your two are still a little bit under that
right.
that
Hmm.
belt right now.
Hmm.
But even when growing up, like, have they ever felt like, well, mom, you're so and so did this and you let them, so can I do this? Because that was a lot of mine being the older sibling.
No, because I wouldn't allow it because they're too close in age, and then it would be it would be a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
So no, we're not going to do that. Mm-mm. I'm not going to allow that. So, and then the younger one is always looking at the older sister. So, yeah. So, no, I didn't have that issue. However, when I was growing up, I did.
Are you the oldest, middle, or
I'm
youngest?
the oldest girl out of five.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So you have 5 siblings in total?
Yeah.
You
Well,
gotta be slow with him. He doesn't know simple math, Jennifer. You're doing those numbers
who's-
way too fast. He's like, wait, you've got 4 siblings, so that means there's 7 of you. Wait a minute, hold on. Because where I'm
Don't forget
from, we're
about the
usually counting
milkman's
cousins.
baby.
You know where he's from. You know where he's from, Jennifer. So it's like, wait, are you counting cousin Bobby Jean?
oh my
Like,
God.
or Lisa May? We're gonna count her too,
Okay.
right? Because I heard she
Don't
was my daddy's daughter, but I swear to God, she don't look nothing like us. It's a
don't
whole
forget
different
about
math.
Bobby Sue.
Yeah, it's a whole different math where Roger's from.
1 plus 1 is 3 where I'm from, depending
Oh
on how
my
you count.
gosh. It was five of us. I did lose my brother 2 years ago, my older brother 2 years ago.
Okay.
Mhm. Well, way to make me
Okay.
feel like an asshole immediately after my joke. Thanks.
That was comedic timing too, Jennifer. I was like, that was
Yeah.
great. Just
Okay. Thanks, Jennifer. I'm going back on mute.
Okay.
Oh, I told you tonight was gonna be a
I was
cutout.
trying to get it out before you said something, John. Sorry.
Yeah, but then once I got it out, you could have pivoted. But no, you said I'm going to
Yeah,
stick it right
I
in
could
there.
have. I mean, really, what was
Yeah.
I thinking?
Hey,
Fucking
Keone,
listen.
since you're so damn funny, my brother died. Oh, thanks.
I, and
Thanks.
yet we're all sitting here laughing about it.
Oh
So.
my
Thanks. He
God,
died,
no.
and me and Roger went to Cheesecake Factory and gave you a big middle finger. Got it.
But where's the lie? But where's the lie? Oh, that was so good. That was so good. So, did you have jealousy from the younger sisters, or was it a combination if you had younger brothers too? We haven't gotten to
I
that
was
part yet.
jealous of my older brother because I knew he was my mom's favorite. Um, he had been with her the longest. She had him when she was 16. So yeah, so he would get away with a lot of things. As for me, no, I didn't get away with a lot of things. And
Mm.
he always bribed or blackmailed me. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I can relate to that a good bit because I was the older brother, and I'm the oldest. There's only two of us, so I'm the oldest, and we were 3 years apart. And for up until I was about 12 or 13, we were like inseparable. Like he looked up to me. We did all these things together, and then like things for me started to change because I could work and do all of these things, and he didn't have that anymore. So him and I actually grew pretty far apart.
Mhm.
And like it was a lot of things because I got away with everything. And also what I got away with what they didn't know either. Like even if they found out, that would just be like the tip of the iceberg of the things that I did. So like like he would know the things I would do, but like he also as even though like we grew far apart and there was some like struggle there with being that because I wasn't a mama's boy. I was a grandma's boy. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like
Mhm.
I tolerated my mother, but if I got to choose between spending time with my grandmother or spending time with my mother, I chose my grandmother 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And that's how my little brother became the mama's boy because on things that I would get away with,
Uh-huh.
he would get away with on other things because he was the baby, he was the youngest, he was the last one.
Mhm.
So he got a lot of leeway when it came to getting up in time for school, making sure that his homework was done, making sure that he would get this is the best piece of pie is the example that I will use. This
Mhm.
is the best piece of pie for you, or I saved the best part of dessert for you. And so I'm like, when it comes to like sibling relationships and like how they function, I don't know. I think if we had another sibling, like a one younger than my little brother, him and I probably wouldn't have butted heads as much. But
I
since there
don't
was just
know. I
I
don't know. I would think that they would gang up on you.
that I mean, and when especially when we started not having the same friends, because obviously we being so close growing up, we had the
Mhm.
same friends until we started to like grow apart,
Right.
especially when I went into high school and he came into middle school because a lot of things changed, especially
Right.
that. And he's also a Taurus.
Ah,
So, right? So like him and I already when we started like learning about ourselves, spoiler alert, he's also gay. My little brother is also gay.
okay.
So like spoiler alert, like when we started to like learn things and discover things about each other, it turned into a almost like a competition of who could shock the parents the most.
Oh my God.
That's what it really turned into. Like who could be that child, the black sheep of the family. And so from like the age of like 14 till I moved out and like kind of like stepped back from the family picture when I was 17.
Uh-huh.
That time like it was just a competition to be like, oh well I did this, oh well I'm that. Or, oh, I was able to do this. Like one of the things is I got a really bad speeding ticket when I was
Um,
16 years old. I was doing an ungodly speed limit in a very not close to speed limit area. Mhm.
okay.
And I lost my license for a little bit because of it. And so that was my shock factor. What does my little brother do? He decides he's going to go and give everyone a fake pregnancy scare and tell everyone that he got this girl pregnant. Now, mind you, I knew he was gay when he did this. I'm like, what are you doing? This doesn't make any sense, dude. And he goes, well, you can't be getting all the attention because when I lost my license, my grandparents basically were like, "You're gonna have to work to get all of this back," because they owned a towing and record company and mechanic shop. So like I grew up around like Peterbilts and internationals and big rigs and wreckers and working on all those things. And so I had to put in the time to do that, and their attention was on me. So he was like, "Well, I want some of that attention." And I will talk more about this a lot later.
Uh-huh.
But it was he said he did this with a black girl.
Oh, so what was the outcome? What was the
Uh,
outcome
the
of it?
the outcome was nobody was pregnant. He ended up coming out of the closet. That was the outcome within like 2 months, because for 2 months he put on this like huge charade, and I was like, "See, this is what's wrong with you people." I was like, "This is what's wrong." But it also kind of like to step into like the parent relationship of it all.
Hmm.
Neither one of us speak to any of our family anymore. Him and I are the only ones that keep in touch because of I'm a firm believer in you are a product of your raising. You have the ability to get out of it, but while you're in it, you don't really know anything else. And so my mother being who she was crazy. Crazy. Would make up outrageous things to get things out of people. And so when you, especially being my little brother, who was attached at her hip and saw her do these things, he started doing the same thing.
Oh, wow.
And then it kind of it went from like one of those things to where him and I had a really really rough relationship up until he was about up until about our my mid-20s, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah, because, I moved out, he stayed there. There was a lot of like, "You're the reason why we're in this bad situation," and it's like, "Actually, it's because of our mother. That's why we're in this bad situation." And so, for me, and like the parent side of it, since I'm not a parent, I see it from a different lens because it's like, if I was to be a parent, it wouldn't be like that.
Right.
Like, I
Right.
know what not to do. I may
Mm-hmm.
not know what to do, but I know what not to do in those situations, especially with how impressionable children are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, like, I don't know about you. My parents divorced when I was 13, 14. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they split up around that time.
Yeah. My parents divorced. I just graduated from high school. Um, but I had my baby sister. She was around probably 5 or 6. So there was a big age gap between the baby girl. So, um, but as far as what you were saying about what you grew up in, and then once you have your own, you don't have to go by what you grew up in and what you were familiar with. Because when growing up in my household, we didn't we didn't hug, we didn't tell each other I love you. I only saw those things on television. One thing that I promised myself, I said, when once I got a family, I would always be affectionate and tell my children how much I love them. Um, and when I got close to my mom, I mean, I was older, and for her to come and comfort me and say I love you, and I would just look at her like,
This is weird. It's weird.
yeah,
It's weird.
yeah. So So that's the promise that I made to myself, and I make sure before I leave, I go kiss my girls, and you know, tell them I love them. We're any conversation that we have on the phone, before we hang up, we say we love each other. How was your day? I didn't have that. So, like I said, once, you know, this is my home and this is how I don't have to do what I did or what I learned when I was, younger. I'm going to change everything. I'm going to make sure that, they can come to me and talk about anything, and not be afraid.
And a lot of my generation don't talk to their parents anymore for that reason,
Hmm.
because they can't talk to them about
Hmm.
things, because when they were growing up, they were either it's to me, I have very few friends who like do the middle line
Hmm.
of having just enough affection but just enough of distance in their relationship to remind them that they are the parent and you are the
Right.
child, right?
Right.
But like, to me, I grew up in a very affectionate household. My grandmother told me she loved me all the time. She would give me a hug. She would kiss me every time I would come in the house, every time I would leave the house. Like anytime we talked on the phone, sometimes she would just call to tell me that she loved me,
Hmm.
And
Some
so
of your
like,
family was very affectionate, and some parts of your family like I'm affectionate, but don't you bring none of them round here. Then I'm gonna show you how not affectionate I am.
I was just about to get into that too. That's a great segue because that all changed when I came out of the closet. Like the whole thing changed. My grandfather wouldn't hug me anymore or anything, and I'm like, what the fuck is up with that, dude? Like, it was a change for me, and then that's when I realized, because my first like relationship with somebody was a mimic of how I saw my mother and my father acting, which
Hmm.
was not healthy. It was not good. The expectations that I had were absolutely crazy, and I just don't think that when you have a I say non-affectionate family, I will say an as affectionate family in this way, because some people just don't show affection like that, and your mother's the prime example of that, because that could be how she was raised. She
Right.
wasn't
It was.
they were they weren't raised to like show love like that. Their love was, I put a roof on your head, I feed you, and I take you where you need to go.
Hmm.
And that to me is just minimum responsibility for a parent. Like, that's the bare minimum you should be doing, because you brought this life into this world.
Hmm.
But when I came out of the closet, the whole dynamic of affection changed for me, and I realized how situational and circumstantial that it was. You know,
Hey,
I
Daquan.
Hey, Daquan, how you doing? Um, I I just realized that through going through is that, okay, to love somebody is to love somebody or show them affection unconditionally. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a very loving, very affectionate, very, I'll give you a hug.
Hmm.
Like, I'm just that's just the type of person that I am. That comes from my upbringing, from my grandparents and my grandmother showing me that affection, and also me being as an adult, being like, why would I not show the people that I love them? It just
Right.
doesn't make sense to me. And a lot of people my age don't talk to our parents because A, they can't talk to them in that way, and B, they just don't have that level of affection or connection with them to be able to, hey, I'm going to tell you this, and especially when things are like, it's sensitive things
Uh-huh.
that like you've got to be there, you've got to be a good listener for and have a good shoulder for them to cry on. I just I just don't We just don't do it anymore. I know very few people my age that still are like adamantly involved with their parents on that level. And we're doing good, Daquan. Well, Jennifer's doing
Yeah.
better than I am. 2 weeks ago, Jennifer was like shouldered, pain medication, woohoo. This week, I'm like
That's you.
sick, cold medication, whiskey. Let's go. So when did you realize that your parents' relationship, I don't, because we haven't touched too much on that. When did you realize your parents' relationship was like not what you thought it was? Or have you always, or did you always know? And as you got older, you just kind of learned to like push it out of the way? Or was it always good up until like something happened that triggered them going their separate ways?
Uh, when you when you grow up in a household like that where there was no affection, I mean, we did speak to one another. That was just normal. Um, but when I started to get when I was like, I guess middle school, and I started to pick up and see things that was like things that was probably kept from us when we were a lot younger. It was kind of like getting to the point where it was, I was seeing what was actually going on, and then it was like, oh my God, he's really doing this. They're really doing this. They it was like they didn't wait until we went to bed. They would just argue in front of us, and so it was not it wasn't healthy. It wasn't good. So they finally came to terms, and it was like, yeah, we just got to go our separate ways. This is not going to work. And so
Yeah. Because I mean, at what point in time do you just like, okay, well, my kids had no, right? Because that's, to me, I like, up until the age of 8, I thought everything was like hunky dory,
yeah.
right? Until one very distinct instance happened. And then I realized, like, oh, this is not. And like, lucky for me, I had my grandparents' relationship to look up to and like their marriage. And they were married. My grandfather died a week before their 65th wedding anniversary, you know?
Um,
Like, so, like, they had been married a very long time. I saw them argue. I never saw them fight and say the things that my parents said to each other. But I'd see
uh-huh.
them argue, and then they did the adult thing. Okay, cool. We don't want to keep arguing, and we need time apart. So I'm going to go do this. You're going to go do that. And then in a
Right.
couple hours, we'll come back together. And, if we're still feeling some type of way, we will try to talk through it, but
Mhm.
we need to talk through it. That was their golden rule. They don't go to bed mad.
Mhm.
That was their golden rule. And I believe that those are like some of the positive things that rubbed off on me. But when you see your parents being a certain type of way, and I can only imagine being in like a very not affectionate household, that any it was not almost normal for them to argue, but it was like, well, what else would you expect them to do? They definitely aren't
Right.
going to show affection to us or themselves.
Mm-mm.
And so what do you do with that? Like what do you do with the whole, hold on one second. No. Sorry, had to communicate about our animals eating. So to me, it's like, well, if this is what I grew up looking at and basing my relationships around. But these are the other things that I see that are different from the relationships that I've been around. What is what is the common ground? Like, where do I find myself and how do I want to be in a relationship? Because I'm very affectionate. I tell people I love them all the time. I make sure the people that I care about know that I care about them. But
Right.
what do you do when people aren't receptive to that? Like when people who haven't, and it's not a, I say it's not a bad thing. To me, there's a little something missing when you're not as affectionate or you don't know how to receive affection. It's like when someone gives you a compliment, you kind of like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's what do you do in that situation with someone who doesn't respond to that affection? And for me, it makes me a little self-conscious because it's like, am I too affectionate? Do I show I care too much? Does that make me soft in a way? Like, those are the things I think about.
No, I mean, I'm gonna want the same thing in return. So if you're not gonna be affectionate towards me, and you're just gonna be okay, then I'm not gonna be interested in you. I'm just moving on. I mean, If I'm going to bring something, and be affectionate and show you who I really am, I expect the same thing from you. If there's a problem, we can talk about it. Because sometimes if you have that conversation and they're willing to, go into detail about stuff and why they don't, then again, that that it could be that, hey, that it's something that you can relate to. Hey, look, I've been there, I've done that, but hey, you don't have to be that way. You can always change. You're the person that set your own destiny. So,
Ye-
but even
That
after
part
that, if
right
they
there.
don't want to be affectionate still, I'm still going to be me and be still affectionate, but eventually I'm not going to be wanting to be around you. So,
And that to me, like some people, that is a struggle that I've had like internally and quite a few interesting conversations. So I'm very interested on your take on this because you've kind of already said it, but it's like, okay, this person does not respond to you in the same way you give them the affection, right? Which could just be that person's upbringing, could be how they are. That's
mhm,
cool. But what happens 8 times out of 10 is that you start treating them differently because you're saving that level of affection for people who are going to reciprocate it. And it's almost like, okay, well, was it transactional? Or they get jealous, right? Because they're like, well, you're not showing me that same affection. Well, I tried. I did.
mhm,
And you didn't want it. And it's not that I'm out here giving affection to get affection. It's more so that if I care about you this much and you don't make it seem like, and you could do it in your own way. You don't have to hug me. You don't have to tell me you love me. You could show me that you love me. I would rather
mhm,
people show me the picture than tell me what the picture is.
right.
Like we got to put that on a coffee cup. I would rather people show me the picture than tell me what it is. Somebody write that down. But to me, it's like, well, I accept your level of affection, but if it doesn't if it doesn't feel as genuine coming back to me as I genuinely give it to you, yeah, I'm gonna turn it down. And I'm curious to hear your take on that, or if you've ever been in a situation where that has been I say a problem. I would say an instance. That's what I'm gonna go with. An
Have I been
instance.
in a situation like that? I'm very vocal. So
You are.
I'm just gonna let you know this is who I am. I'm not changing. You accept me for who I am, or I've never really ran into anything like that because I just feel like it's very important to be upfront. Some people may not like that, but that's just me because I feel like if you're gonna hide who you are, because it's like you're putting on that mask, and eventually that mask is going to slide off and you can't keep it up. So why not be just who you are and just tell them? That's just me. I'm not, I don't have time for that.
I
I'm just
agree. And when the longer they have to wear that mask, or the longer that you have to pretend to be something, the harder the thud is when that mask falls off.
right. So no.
Because you can't be I genuinely can't be fake in that situation to where it's like, of course there's people I don't like.
Mhm,
Everyone has people they don't like. But it does me no good to be mean to people I don't like.
mhm,
It does me no good. So it's like people also take that step as well. You stopped being this way with me. So now I'm going to take everything that you do as either pity or some hostile act. Like when I
right.
worked in a call center, oh my God, I was in HR once a week, once a week, because I would give somebody a hug and somebody next to them would be like, "You didn't give me a hug," and I'd be like, "I tried and you didn't like it," and then they would go to complain to HR, be like, "I don't like the way this person is treating that person because they're not treating me that way." And what? What? It makes no sense. Don't get mad when you have been reciprocated to, but you chose not to reciprocate. You do not be mad when I have given you kindness and showed you that, and you not reciprocate it. And then I'd be like, well, that's cool. I'm still gonna like acknowledge you. I remember this one time I didn't hold the door open for this lady. and she could play. She said, he holds open the door for everybody else. My job title is not door stopper,
Right.
Linda. I hope you watch this, Linda. God. I told you this is so much fun tonight. Have you ever been in a situation to where you are like, oh, I didn't show the right affection, or I didn't respond in the right way because the trauma that I have from like situations I've handled it in the past with how like I saw my parents act in relationships or my relationships with my siblings. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been like, I could have done that better, but that's just, it was my natural instinct just to respond like that.
Yes, yes, I have. I have. I can admit that.
And see, good. Because I was about to be like, now, Miss Jennifer, Miss Taurus, okay,
Yeah.
I see
Oh
you.
yeah.
I see you. But I think that's part of the relationship growing and understanding that you as a person, you're okay to make those mistakes in
Mhm.
those relationships. Because there's a few things that I would have done differently with friends in my late teens, earlier 20s, that because of my relationship knowledge was to this, I didn't understand how to handle that.
Right.
And I
And you
think a lot
probably
of
would have met more of your friends naturally instead of just meeting them on Grinder.
Oh my god.
He's not wrong though. It's like the gay handshake. That's
Oh
how we
my
know if we're
god.
gonna be friends or not.
Jennifer, don't laugh.
It's
I met Roger on blackpeoplemeet.com.
Oh my god.
oh, and
Wait, Jennifer, do you remember Black Planet?
Yes, I do.
God, we're old.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, Black Planet.
I
Does that what I want to? I am tempted to see if that website still exists. Let me look it up.
Look it up.
I'm gonna
it's
be dead. I'm gonna be dead if it's in here.
I was about to say some of those
Yeah.
websites, Adam for Adam is still a thing. That was
Oh,
like,
Black
That
Planet is still a website. I
yeah,
wonder if
Adam
my
for
old
Adam.
login still works.
it was still there.
Oh my
It's
God.
like when you find out MySpace is still working, it just doesn't work on a mobile device. It's not mobile friendly.
And
You
it's more
actually have
like
to log
for
in.
music, right?
For
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
MySpace.
like some of your stuff will still be there, but like the music is what really takes over. Like none of your pictures are still there. You'll still have a
You know what? I
page.
won't be able to get on it anyway because the forgot password's gonna take me to Yahoo, and I ain't got no damn Yahoo email no more.
Oh
I
god.
same
Oh
same. I
wait,
had to
actually, I
think.
do have that Yahoo email. It's like 9,000 emails in there, unread.
Yeah, I think about my email address. My first email
I'm
was
sorry,
one of
this
the
is
things
off
was
topic.
related
Every
to it.
time I see that picture behind Jennifer, I just picture her doing
Ah,
a toothpaste commercial.
what?
A toothpaste
Well,
commercial.
actually, John, it was your idea.
What was my idea?
Uh, do the backdrop. So I said,
I said backdrop. I didn't say put your five head on the
well,
screen.
it's a nice backdrop.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said. Do you not realize a compliment? I said it looks like you could do toothpaste commercials. That
Colgate,
means you have
pearly
nice white
whites,
teeth. We all know
pearly
why
whites,
Roger's teeth are
honey.
white.
And you know, it goes right along with the chair.
Yeah. Look at that, Roger. And she did hers with toothpaste, not protein. Look at that. You can do it. It's just
Yes.
Oh
simple.
my god.
It's Jennifer was about to say something else, and then it clicked in her head what you meant, and then she was like, "Wait a minute, wait a minute."
Wait a minute. How do you know I don't have protein on mine?
Mark, how come every time you pop in here, it's supposed to give me shit? You know why? Cheesecake Factory, bitch.
I know.
Ah!
I told you he was salty like the
I had
sea.
nothing to do with that.
Sitting here trying to put all the blame on me, as if we didn't agree to the place.
Roger's a bitch.
Oh, oh God. Oh God, it's hot. Hold on, cold medication. Get my blood pressure up. Okay. Okay.
I
Okay,
would have
I've
paid
been
for the damn meal too.
oh, well, now we know. Trust me, I had to fight her to
Military
leave the
discount.
tip. Please and thank you. We know this good man and his good service, and we're not talking about what he does on his knees. Anyways, so
Roger gets a discount when he goes to the kitchen. We all know what happens back there. Stop. You're at
I
it.
love
While you're at it, Roger, stay off of www.meatspin.com, okay?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Fresh meat. I do love when you chime in because it's so fun to get off topic sometimes. It's hilarious. Um, okay. This is a great thing. Talking about relationships and like dating apps and like all of these things to meet people.
Oh
When
God.
was your first date? Sort of related to a
Are you
relationship,
asking
but
me or are you asking John?
he's on mute. I'm asking you.
My first date?
Mm-hmm.
God.
As an adult, we're not talking about teenage years. Let's talk
Oh,
about
as an
adulthood.
adult, hmm. Oh my gosh.
Really? Really?
No, it's not like that. I'm just saying,
What? I mean, you know, rattle the
I
brain a
didn't
little bit.
I didn't have a lot of uh
Dates?
no, I didn't have a lot of dates. I mean, I was working. I was busy. I was trying to
Yeah,
um
build
okay.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was more like I was more like let's go clubbing and meet up at the Waffle House or the Pancake House later.
Yes, yes. You listen. Friday after the club, you met at IHOP. If it was payday Friday, Friday after the club, and it wasn't payday, it was Waffle House.
Yeah. Um
Since we're talking about Waffle House, what's your craziest Waffle House experience?
oh gosh. Just watching the cooks ducking from people like coming in after the club and throwing eggs and um not being not being satisfied with their meal. So yeah, it was just kind of crazy. So that was expected. The plates flying everywhere and the cooks cussing out people and yeah,
That's crazy. Plates flying everywhere.
yeah,
Oh my god.
the cooks ducking.
Oh my god. I've seen. Let's see. The craziest thing I've seen at a Waffle House is someone throwing a chair through a window.
Oh my god.
But that's like the tip of the iceberg, and then the next event is just some lady passing out in the booth. And like when she passed out, she fell towards the floor, and her whole arm swiped the whole table, cleared it clean off. Her and her two friends. Food, coffee, drink, it all went everywhere. I ain't seen too much craziness at the Waffle House. I also want the people that go to Waffle House during the day too. I think that says a lot about me as a person. That's my relationship with Waffle House. That's how you know
Trying to get
I'm
that
from the
senior
South.
discount.
Okay. Okay, we get the daylight discount because if you see me in here during the day, that means I really wanted that Texas cheesesteak melt. Okay, that's what that means. I really wanted that, and I needed it in my life. Okay, this is what that means.
Oh my gosh.
So, if you had to think of the fondest memory in any relationship that you've had, fondest memory, what would it be?
Hmm.
Friend, romantic, parental, sibling, all the above.
Friends. Mm.
This is a good one. You kind of mentioned it a little bit last episode about your best friend and a certain conversation y'all had, and how he helped you through that.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm curious to see, because for most people, like for me, my fondest memory of relationship wise, and I'll put this into the category of friends, is that my best friend, she's watching. Um, I am the I her kids mean something to me. They ain't my kids, but I am uncle.
Mhm.
And to have that conversation of like, and this is like the oldest is 5 years,
Mhm.
about to be six, I'm gonna be six next year. So having the conversation of like, hey, I know that you're not, that you and your partner Travis, that's my husband's name, y'all aren't gonna have kids, but I know that you at one point in time wanted to have a kid. And she's not wrong about that.
Mhm.
But to let me into her world and like to talk to her kids, they know who I am. They
Mhm.
know that I've been there for their first few birthday parties. I've been there for them through talking through things, just sitting there hanging out with them. And to have that relationship, or like that to me is one of the fondest things. When she was like, I don't know that you want to do this, so I'm gonna ask you if you want to do this. And that to me was just like, it's one of those moments in that makes me realize that A, I'm grateful for the people that I have in my life, but
Mhm.
also B, that just because
Mhm.
just because you don't, in my situation, not wanting to be directly responsible for a child, a mini adult that can't feed or change themselves, drive themselves, work, pay their way. I ain't got time for that. But for you to want me to be so involved in their life from this side of it, and not like that it just holds a very special place in my heart, because I get to still do the things and be the parent or uncle that I did not have, or that when I saw my parents screwing it up, like, okay, I'm going to make sure I don't do that with you. Even though I'm not your parent, God forbid something ever happens, I know that like I got them and they know that. And so to me being able to have that memory and help in that relationship is crucial to me, because I raising a child takes a village.
Oh yeah.
Raising children takes a village.
Well, you're about to get two more because my daughters, they love you. They love you to death. So get ready.
I mean, and that's and
We all make
I
bad decisions.
damn.
John, they love you too. Oh my
Damn.
God.
Oh god, that's so great. Um it's funny because if there's anything that I ever want people to ever take away, it's not that they love me, it's that I've helped them to love. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like I don't care that if you I do care if people love me or not, but if that's not the goal. The goal is for you to love somebody or to love something. Like that is my life coach motivational pitch right there. It's like, you don't have to love me, but you sure as hell got to love somebody else. What advice would you give 21-year-old Jennifer in relationships?
To not settle. Make sure
Yeah,
that you pick up on the red flags. Don't ignore those red flags.
because they ain't going away.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's what I would tell 21-year-old Jennifer, because 21-year-old Jennifer was getting drunk. 21-year-old Jennifer was out partying, and
Turned down for what?
21-year-old Jennifer wasn't thinking about being in a relationship.
Okay.
But if she was, that would be something that I would advise, to not settle, and to do not ignore your intuition, and pick up on, and don't ignore the red flags. That's what I would say.
When you would go clubbing, have you ever seen have you ever seen Abbott Elementary?
Mm-mm. Well, I mean, not really.
Well, we're gonna have to change that. We're gonna have to change that because there's a specific scene or episode that I'm talking about, and in this episode, uh, they have to. Ava is the principal of the school,
Hmm.
and she's got all uppity and tight all of a sudden, and they're trying to get no Karen, really laxed uh Ava back, and
Uh-huh.
so they had to get her into the gym and play one of her club songs. God, I hear the song going in my head. Keone, what is the name? What is the name of the song that they play for Ava when they get her in the gym to get her to throw it back? I cannot remember to save my life, but if you could help me Google that, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. So, Jennifer, my question for you is when you were in the club at the bar, what song would come on that'd be like, "Let's go to the floor now"?
That would be Crystal Waters, Gypsy Woman. La da dee la da da. La da dee la da da. La da dee la da da.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yes. Oh
That's a
yes.
good one.
And if there was a stage, honey, I was up on that stage.
Same.
Oh yeah.
Same. Especially, I have some really good memories from clubbing, right? And like, it's funny because I think about the conversations, especially as a gay man, I've had with drunk girls in a club, being like, "Oh my god, you're so great! Oh my god, let's be best friends." And the amount of random contacts I had for like Ashley, Ashley 1, Ashley 2, wild. Wild. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you. But like those are good memories to have. And so like it's funny because for me, my song when that would come on would be Evacuate the Dance Floor or Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. Those were the two songs that
Okay.
would get us on there. And the gay one of the gay clubs we used to go to, shout out to the castle. It's no longer there. It got bulldozed and turned into a storage unit facility. Um, and it was one of Greenville's, South Carolina's only gay clubs. So I'm like, well, there goes that. Um, they had they had two stages. They had one stage off to the side. The young people still club today. I would.
Yes and no. You know what? A lot of young people aren't doing paying these over damn price club nights. Like some of these clubs
Okay.
are ridiculous. Some of them they want you to, where you go. They want you to pay for parking $25.
That's
Then they
crazy.
want to give you a cover charge of $20. You haven't even
Uh-huh.
gotten the door and you've already spent $45.
And
Then
then
you get
they
in
give
there
you a
and you already
$12
know
drink
you
and
know
it's
how the
watered
drinks are
down.
going to be in there. If especially if you want the good stuff.
Hmm.
It's just crazy. I mean, some place I'm from Miami. Sometimes it's like you spend $100 before you even get in the damn door, unless you know somebody.
Yeah, like
Um,
I knew the bouncers, so I didn't really have
well,
to
you
worry.
knew it was easier
That
to get in the club when the cover fee was $5. You know,
okay.
uh,
No, I don't know those days.
but it's over. What do you mean?
Well, maybe they did. I don't know. Like I said, if you knew somebody, you was fine.
First of all, you
What
can shake
Jennifer
your
If
head
is
they
with all the
had
little. You know what? You get around Roger now. You got all this damn sass out of nowhere. What are you
what?
shaking all your head for?
What?
What are you shaking your head at me? I was just pointing out the cover charge and I'm getting my head shook at.
But I was just explaining to you. I don't know anything about that because I knew people that were at the club, so I
I'm
don't.
sorry that okay, I wasn't assuming that every single club that you went to in the entire country, no matter what city or state, you knew someone. I'm
I
sorry.
did. Yes.
Apparently the box is hotter than I thought it was.
okay.
So,
Okay.
um,
She said,
well,
"I don't
well,
pay
you know
cover
what? You guys
charge."
give me shit, and then you know the repercussions that are coming.
Oh.
I didn't deserve all the head wagging, but you and Roger want to be a little sassy. That's fine.
Ah!
You know,
Oh, you love it. You
glad
love
the
it.
damn
It
show's
is.
almost over anyway. Gee, just chime in to hang out with you guys every couple seconds while I'm doing some other more important stuff.
Damn, drag us.
and
More
then I got to
points.
get the head wag.
Okay. It's more like a neck
Yeah,
roll, you know,
Jennifer wants everybody to know back when she used to go to the juke joints.
What is that?
What is that? Back in 1942, that
Jennifer, you just gonna let him do that? You just gonna let
Look,
him age you?
no, I was pointing
he's
out young people, and then she just gives me the freaking head wag. I don't know
the
what for.
factory was awesome.
Studio 54 was awesome.
Club 96.
Oh my god. I have no idea what those
Oh
places are.
god. Oh, that's hilarious. Um,
You know what? You
so
two can go back to talking. I'm gonna shut my
Oh,
mouth. I'm gonna shut my
it's
mouth and know my place before I end up like Tyrone.
it ain't a cheesecake factory, is it?
We knew you weren't bottoming that day.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna make any more. Something about Brokeback Mountain and
You don't
oh,
have
beans,
to make
right?
a joke. We need no more introductions into your life. You said what?
Oh, oh God, so great. I have something to say about the clubbing thing, though. It's funny because we live in downtown Raleigh, so there you throw a rock and there's a bar or club or something, right? On Glenwood, it's not on and popping like it was 3, 4 years ago. Mm-mm,
really?
mm-mm. What was it? Cornerstone was a super popular bar here on Glenwood. Closed. It's now something else. hmm There was there's quite a few other places that they've just closed because I think two things. One, I don't think people like to do the clubbing all the time type of situation, and the I don't not necessarily the environment that comes with it, but just the it's just a lot of people. And if the music's not good or if you're not with the right people, it's not fun.
And then
You know
like
what?
John said, it's the parking. You have to pay
They've
for everything before
they've
you
priced you out.
yeah,
The a club night, all you cared about and geared up for that whole day was getting ready to have fun, not to wake up the next
exactly.
morning and go, I'm broke as hell.
Yeah.
And
Right.
people say if you're broke, you shouldn't go out. That's not the thing. People who worked on any level of society used to be able to go out and enjoy the club.
Right.
I was born and raised in Miami. We went to the club Tuesday night, I'm sorry, Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
Mhm.
And in 6 nights, I spent less money than I can going 1 to 2 nights here.
Right. Very true. Because
Mhm.
Being in non-party towns don't help either. I mean, Raleigh thinks it's a big city. I mean,
it
it
thinks
is
so
No,
for
too.
you have to go to Charlotte if you really wanna
don't even
party.
get me started with Charlotte. Don't even get
Charlotte.
Charlotte's another one. These big cities in North Carolina. Charlotte thinks it's,
Well, where's it
Dallas or
fun, John?
something.
Where do you think is fun here in North Carolina?
No, I didn't say it's not fun. I just some cities think they are what they aren't.
Uh,
Charlotte thinks it's, Atlanta or
it
Dallas
really does.
or Miami, and it's not.
It
It's a better Raleigh.
now hold on. Hold on. I think that I don't know. I could live in Charlotte, but I don't think I'd have as much fun as I do here in Raleigh.
I don't
And
think
the only reason I say that is because I've had better food experiences, like restaurant experiences here in Raleigh than I have had in Charlotte.
the only reason why you
Charlotte.
think you're not gonna have as much fun is because 'cause you're not living there single. But, you know, if you've had better food, I mean, the food is the food. Anywhere you go, you're gonna find the places that are smashing and the places
Right.
that, um, that stink. Uh, so, you know,
I like to me the only
it's
Charlotte's like
it's
it
just some
tastes like
places,
Scorpios.
and when I say they think they're I remember I had to stand in a line, and there was a $25 cover charge in Fayetteville, and I was like, "Excuse me? You want me to stand in line and pay a cover? I'm in Fayetteville. Let's
I was about
settle
to say,
down."
what's going on in
Like,
Fayetteville?
what's Let's settle down, okay?
I to me it is. It really is. It's just gotten so expensive, and the the talent that they got, like some of these DJs just picked a Spotify playlist and threw sounds into it, and they thought
No.
that that was
What's wait,
music.
worse, what about the ones where it's just there is no DJ? It's like a YouTube videos playing or Vimeo videos playing back to back to back.
Oh, I hate that, especially oh my god, especially when they don't some dumbass people don't skip the ads or don't have someone there manning the ship, and so you get ads in between it. It kills the vibe. I'm
It
like,
does kill
bruh,
the vibe. Here's the thing. If you're single, it's expensive, especially when you take someone out. It's becoming more expensive. Just before you even get to the meal, before you even get to the drinks, you're already digging in the hole.
you
And young people do club. Jennifer's favorite clubs were the juke joints, even though she doesn't want to remember what
I
they
had
were.
never been to a juke joint.
Yeah, you
I went
did.
to actual clubs, John.
That's a juke joint is a club. It's not a dive bar.
That's some color
It's
purple
not a
stuff.
it's not a dive bar.
not the color purple stuff. Hold on. I just want to establish that she said this club, not the color purple stuff.
First of all, this is the lie. She said she didn't know what a juke joint was, but she picks the exact movie
But I'm
where
just
there was a
saying.
juke joint.
Well, that's a okay.
No, see, I caught you. Remember what she said? What's a juke joint, John? What's a juke joint? And
Oh,
then we
that's
all know
so good.
Roger's favorite club is Swingin' Richards.
Dead.